Let me thank you so very much for this award. When someone is giving you something, and I don't take it for granted, and I don't take it lightly, and especially when it's coming from the Texas State Teachers Association. It means a great deal, because you all are the frontline responders. When it comes to education, you're on the front line every single day. You're taking everyone that comes into our schools, regardless of what their backgrounds may be, regardless of what problems they're facing at home, regardless of their social-economic status, their language, where they come from, and you have a responsibility of looking at them and shaping them and preparing them for their future, and it is not an easy job. And I respect it, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And then to give me an award in the name of Nicolina, it's just extraordinary, because Congressman Leland was someone who I looked up to, someone that grew up in this city, in the Fifth Ward area that we refer to as the Nickel, grew up in the Fifth Ward, navigated through the city, Texas Southern, then went to the Texas legislature, his dashiki. They didn't know what hit the legislature when Nikki arrived. And then to go through the Texas legislature and then end up in Congress, representing the least, the lost, the overlooked. It means a great deal to receive an award in this honor. Can a guy from the city of Houston, area that we refer to as Acres Home, the north side, the Fofo, as we refer to it, live a dream? And I want you to know I am living a dream. Ed Martin and I have known each other for years and years and years. And Ed knows my story. He grew up in Oak Forest. I grew up in Acres Home. But when you come out of a family where neither one of your parents graduated from high school, from Washington County, Brenham, Chapel Hill, moved to Houston in 1954, no private health insurance, no Blue Cross Blue Shield, none of that. When you get sick, you just go to the emergency room. My dad would bring in some castor oil. Remember that? Castor oil. Let me see if you remember this circle Black Rock. And we would see my dad walk into the room with this bottle and this tablespoon, and we'd take off and run away from it. And then he just said, "Now you're sick, but if you don't come back and take this, not only are you going to be sick, but you're behind and you're sick." And he said, "I know it may not taste good, but it's going to be good for you." I hated that expression. I hated that. And we would go out on Saturdays across town, and my dad was a yard man too, and cut other people's yards. And I would see my dad slip down, fall down. I thought he had slipped, whatever, around the house, fall down, grab a piece of furniture, blew himself up. Didn't know that he was suffering from leukemia. My mom never told us. And because he didn't have health insurance, his attitude was he was going to work to take care of his 9 kids until the good Lord called him home. And that's exactly what he did. He worked until the last day. In fact, the week before he got real sick, and a week later he was gone. And then my mom, who never learned how to drive, didn't get a high school diploma, would get her kids ready to go to school. She would catch the very next bus and go downtown in the city of Houston and work as a maid at the old Rice Hotel, cleaning other people's rooms, and would come back home and would get us ready. And there were times when you looked in the refrigerator, you didn't see much food. And when you're hungry at night, it's hard to go to sleep. And so my mom would say to us, go in there and get a piece of light bread, put some syrup on it, eat that syrup sandwich, and go and get you a glass of water. Drink that water right behind that syrup sandwich, and you know when water hits a syrup sandwich, it will explode. And she would say, now, go to bed now, and you'll be all right. But there were 13 teachers in Acres Home at Garden City Elementary Junior High that worked and worked to prepare each one of these minority kids to get them ready, and they would drill it and go to the blackboard, diagram this sentence from the subject, the verb, the dangling participle, you name it. We would diagram those sentences. To this day, but for those 13 teachers, I would not be standing where I stand today. And so for me, teachers, educators play a very important role in the life of all of our children. And I'm a firm believer, teachers teach, kids can learn. And you will take some folks, some kids, that they may look like they'll never make anything out of their lives. And you will take some kids and see them as though they just can't get it. But when you take the time and you do, and you fight against sometimes the parents, sometimes you fight against the administrators. Sometimes you fight against the legislators that don't know a damn thing about teaching. But you do it anyhow. You stay in there filling out paperwork after paperwork after paperwork, and you deal with the system that doesn't talk a whole lot about teachers or kids. But you do it anyway, and even though you're giving me the Mickey Leland Award, as a mayor of the city of Houston, let me give you the Mickey Leland Award, because you've been standing on the wall, and I appreciate that. And I was a mayor of the city. One of the first things I did was appoint an education czar, because even though I'm not the superintendent of anybody's school district, I recognize you can't have a growing, dynamic city without having good quality neighborhood schools. And so we have to work this together. The last thing I do, I'm not in the legislature anymore. I do miss it. That voucher deal that they got going through, needs to be placed in somebody's casket. That bill to eliminate voluntary dues check-off, that needs to go somewhere.